when my accountant calls me and says, "Hey man, you owe 25,000 like $600." I literally, like, my jaw dropped. The biggest thing was probably during COVID. I shut down. I transitioned. I was renting space at the time, and it was kind of one of those, you don't really know what's going on. So I had to actually jump ship. I had to rent my equipment out to my clients and transitioning 90% of my training to my garage, which was about 30 minutes away. And I offered clients half price training sessions because, we couldn't go in the gym. We couldn't do a lot of things. So I did a little pivot. I offered that plus online training. And that's kind of where I survived. And now I'm thriving for that. So I think that's one of the harder things. And the second hardest thing was paying a $25,000 tax bill when I was trying to save up money to start my kind of next phase. So I rented and then I sublet. So I sublet for 2 years after the place I was at before kind of went under. So those are the two biggest probably or toughest things I've dealt with. So when my accountant calls me and says, "Hey man, you owe 25,000 like $600." I literally, like, my jaw dropped and
You're fired.
I was like, I need somebody else. Who is this guy with that? And I was like, dude, you got to be kidding me, right? And I literally was like, woke up and was like, this has got to be a dream. I had to, wipe my eyes out and figure out, like, is this real? And it was real. And that was probably the biggest mistake I've ever made is like not being prepared and not paying enough attention to what I needed to pay and how much to pay for that. So ever since then, I mean, he's been my accountant ever since. And, every time I'm like, dude, seriously? But it's been helpful to have a plan of action. I think that's the biggest thing I didn't have. I was kind of winging it for that. But kind of back to the biggest success. I mean, I've gone from renting to subletting now. I signed a 5-year lease in my brick and mortar business. I'm in there a year already. It's kind of flown by. Right off General George Patton in Brentwood. So that's kind of the biggest success for that.
Good location.
Yeah, it's super convenient. I always say we're right in the middle of Costco and Urban Market. So you feel of both of those and come by the gym and we'll take care of you.
Sensuous. Sensuous over there.
Yes. So that's probably my biggest for that over the last 8 years.